Hey, Hustlers, we're back with another episode of Hustlers Horizon Podcast. It's episode 29. 29, and hey, today, sorry for last week. We didn't have an episode. Life got busy. We tell you guys, we hustle too, man.
Yep. Break a 30.
But, but we're almost there. Yes, almost to 30 episodes. Well, today for this episode, we have a cool guest, man. Yeah. Kaleb McDonald, owner of Fence Plus. Kaleb, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Man, we're doing good. Hey, we appreciate you taking the time to come on here, man. We're ready to let the hustlers know what you do, a little bit about you.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, man. So Fence Plus, how long have you had this business?
Since 2020, we've been established.
Oh, perfect.
During COVID.
Yep, during the rough times, you know.
Yeah, and starting a business, we've talked about it before. Yeah. During that time, first, I guess we'll go back to what made you want to get into that industry?
Well, I had started originally for a company here in town, you know, and I went through some things and tried to get a job back. They wouldn't allow it.
Yeah.
So I took my Pontiac and 2 drills, man, and I had a baby. I had a brand new baby. My daughter Kaisley, she's 5 now, you know, and she inspired me. You know, I've never been scared of hard work, but having her, I had to have something, you know. And,
absolutely.
I ended up meeting a guy in Canyon who needed an 8-footer done. And I was like, he wanted it screwed, luckily. And I had these damn...
Worked out.
I had my post hole diggers. I had my 2 drills. Mm-hmm. And my Pontiac, my mother helped me get. Yeah. You know, my mom helped me. Shout out to her, man. She's my rock. She helped me get a little Pontiac. It's a G6, man, tiny thing. I had the post hole diggers hanging out the back.
Wow.
At this time.
That's cool.
Yeah, and man, we went there, done 1 turned to 2, 2 turned to 10, and then 10 turned to 20, and
you got rolling.
We ended up taking the Community Choice Awards, you know, took platinum in that this year.
Yeah, we were going to talk about that, and that's awesome, man, to know that. But you know, it's already, we just started, and I'm already inspired. But you talked about going through the ups and downs, right? You went through some things, then you have your daughter, and you're like, that's my why. Like, I got to keep pushing. And not only that, you start this business around COVID. When people are losing jobs, their businesses are closing down.
We talk about it a lot.
Yeah, we talk about that a lot. And then you just kept going with it. You keep growing it, and then you won the Community Choice Awards to win first place. Let's talk about how did that feel? Because you've just said all of this right now. So all of that had to be some motivation, man. How did that feel? There's
been times in this thing where, you know, as a business owner, the stress will make you want to throw in the towel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sales isn't for everybody. Mm-hmm. Marketing isn't for everybody. If you do it, you're a shark. And for me to actually see and to be loved by the community more than anything meant the most, you know. It shows that here in Amarillo, being from here, born and raised here, you know, to knock out some of the top dogs and sit at the top.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Is I shed some tears over that one, man.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I mean? I had to sit down and kind of be like, we won. Yeah. You know, I wasn't like Jordan hosting the trophy thinking that we was going to do, you know, 5 times this many. I mean, you know, we were the underdogs, and to come out like that, my man. You know, it was greater than it's one of the greatest achievements I've had in my life.
That's good.
And I've known you for a couple of years now. We go way back.
Yeah, man.
From the fencing, because I used to do that too, and
landscape.
All that stuff. Yeah. And I was proud for you, bro. I saw that. I was like, man, he's doing it. That's the little boost you needed, man. That's gonna take you to the next level, and I know you'll be successful for sure. But let's go back. You said you were from Amarillo, right?
Born and raised.
Born and raised. Okay, that's what I was gonna ask you. Where'd you go to school?
I went out to Highland Park High School.
Highland Park.
Yeah, Highland Park.
What year did you graduate?
2009.
I think we played you on football. From Wheeler.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Maybe. Wheeler was, man.
We smoked.
We would always go down there. Yeah. Smoked us, and it was so damn hot every time.
Yeah.
Every time we would go down to Wheeler, it was always 107, 108.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
No, but it's good times. When I'm proud of you, me being your friend and knowing you for a while. I mean, it's kind of a good feeling for me too, bro. I'm proud of you.
I appreciate that, Pedro.
And I know you stay grinding. You always want to do the right thing for your customers, things like that. So
right.
We appreciate what you do for Amarillo. But my next question, so you have a daughter. How was that having your first kid?
My first, that's probably the best thing and the greatest thing I've ever done in life. Yeah. I have two I have a 4 and a 2-year-old, Kaisley and Oakley. You know, the 2-year-old, that's my mini-me. Looks just like me. And my 4-year-old, man, she's just, she's the sweetest thing. She's my rock, man. Yeah. You know, I know you have too. And, you know, that's the drive. You know, you can't quit when you got somebody little like that depending on you.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And like I said, the hustle's not for everybody. It's a lot of hours. It's a lot of sleepless nights. It's a lot of stressors. It's a lot of adversity. Yeah. You know? Well, it's tough.
What was the hardest part getting started doing that COVID era? Because I know we talk about this a lot because it killed a lot of businesses, but it also made a lot of businesses.
Yeah, and absolutely. I kind of want to laugh on this one because it's funny because when you say that, I'm still eating it from this, but the damn truck, getting the truck. So my buddy Billy worked at All Star Dodge. Shout out to them, and we had a trade in. I had a Tahoe, and I had $4,000 in my pocket for a down payment because my credit was a little rocky, you know. And I go up there, and the transmission gives out. Dang. And I had the babies with me, right? And my buddy says, Caleb, start it up so I can show it starts. He said, get everything out of it and throw it in that Dodge. We'll get you in there. Yeah. Well, at the time, I didn't understand with the APRs and everything at the time. So I didn't know much on paperwork, you know what I mean? Yeah. Boy, this loan was pretty hefty, you know. It wasn't upside down, but it was just about. Yeah. It's tough for what I'm paying for the Ram and it being a quarter ton. And now, luckily, I've been blessed enough that we'll be able to, you know, I get to upgrade and we've already got trailers and everything. I mean, we started literally from a homemade trailer to now we're at that point like, hey, we've got a couple we could pick. If we don't want to take big hefty out, we could take the little one. Yeah.
But it's good. It's good to have those options now to know where you came from. And I think it's important though, what you're doing, right? To see where you started to where you're at now, and just it's inspiring. I mean, it is just to hear you now. Even like I said from the start of this episode. What is your plan, though, for Fence Plus, right? You've been rocking and rolling. What is your plan? What's the vision for the next 5 to 10 years?
If I could say the 5 to 10 years, I want to get about 5 more trucks. We'll have the shop. The land. I'll probably buy a barn door. I'm not going to lie, I'm into those. I'll live in the top, shop at the bottom. Yeah. Especially if inflation keeps going the way it's talking. The ports are closing. You hear a lot of crazy things. You know? Absolutely. You never know what to listen to, but I know that luckily Amarillo, we keep a good economy, you know. And I know some people that can frame and do things, but man, honestly, I want to be like I want to be up there with the absolute lawn, you know. I want to do it all. We're gonna rock, you know. Same with Kings. We do turf, we do rock, and we do it all. We're just a mom and pop shop right now. Yeah. You know, I just need time to grow, and you know, like we talked about the award. That's one thing that you know, I kind of felt like I put my stamp in fencing, like, hey, I'm going to save you some money. Yeah. But I'm also going to give you quality.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah. Well, that's good. I mean, to grow, and like you said, you mentioned grow. That's a big thing of to have the shop, to have more trucks, just to keep growing and being able to offer like you guys offer and all that.
Employ others, man.
Absolutely.
You know, I love to help people that, because my boss didn't give me the second chance. That's how I got into this. Yeah. And there's guys who sometimes just need that second chance. Yeah. You know,
let's talk about that some more. Yeah. Let's talk about that some more, if you don't mind. All right. I want to get into that, you know, having that second chance of whatever it was that you went through. And I'm not, you know, you don't have to get into it in detail if you don't want to. But
I can explain. I went to the penitentiary. And I was a knucklehead at my old company sometimes. I won't lie to you. But I had got everything together, got out right before my daughter was born. And I went to this man and said, hey, I'm sober. I'm not wild no more. I would like my job back. You know I'm a good fencer. And he wouldn't give it to me. Man, there were several companies who just would not. Because I had subcontracted with my father for a few. So my dad ended up, he had went through some things, you know, and he would always help me out, taught me a lot. And so I had the trade and the skill, but they just would not give me the opportunity.
Yeah.
Because they felt like I was the same person. So I took off, man. You know, kind of I felt a little envy. You know, I was upset. I was like, man, I'm just trying to feed this baby. The world might collapse because it was during COVID. My first was born in 2019, so she's a year old.
Yeah.
You know, she turns 5 on the 9th of November.
Wow.
Nice.
And my 2-year-old turns 3 on the 3rd of November.
Wow. Same month.
Twinsies, right?
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I think it's just, you know, when you said that, that's awesome to know that you know what that's like, to feel that and not get that second chance. And you're growing this business. You're already successful, and it sounds like you're just rocking and rolling with it. So congrats on everything.
Thank you.
But the biggest thing, which is really cool that stands out, is that you want to be that owner, that boss that gives people second chances, because that second chance could change their life.
God gave people a second chance.
There we go.
You know, I'll be honest.
Absolutely.
You know, people have their own beliefs, but with me and what I do and what I believe in is that God is first always. And he does give people a second chance. And that's how it should be, man.
Yeah.
You know, not everybody's perfect.
No.
Some people are just young and dumb.
Yeah.
You make mistakes, but
Help them out.
You learn from it and become a better person.
Every loss is a lesson.
There you go, man.
That's awesome. I can only imagine the amount of lives you're going to change by doing that. You know, someone comes to you and they explain their background.
Now, don't get
right?
me wrong. I've dealt with some knuckleheads.
Oh, hey, most definitely. Oh, no, and I'm sure, I'm sure now you know how to play that smart, right? But you're going to get those people who you can tell they're genuine, right? They'll tell you the background. They just want a second chance. They got a family to provide for. And the fact that knowing that that's a part of your vision, that says a lot about who you are, right? It's not just about you. It's like, I want to do this so I can help these people that are going through what I went through.
Right.
That can have, be able to give that platform to offer them that second chance.
And also, I feel like trades are dying, man.
Yeah.
You know, everything's going so technological. Trades are dying.
Yeah.
We're like doctors for your home.
That's good.
And it's like our wages will go up. If the economy keeps going the way it is and technology keeps moving as fast as it does, a robot's not gonna be able to paint the home. You know?
Yeah, that's
or
true.
scrape it without. I mean, they'll have to take so long to do that, and then by then someone still has to work on that robot.
Yeah, that's true, man.
Yeah.
And that's the guy that's gonna turn the nuts and the bolts, the wrenches.
Yeah.
Absolutely. No, you're right there.
What has been the hardest part about like keeping your company going? Because I know it's hard to hire good quality people. Like you said, you like giving people second chances, but it's hard to find someone that's gonna show up on time. That's all we ask for: show up on time,
Right.
work,
Be professional.
work.
You
and
know,
do your
don't
job.
show up drunk at 8:00.
There you go.
God,
But it's hard, right?
People think fencing and things like concrete.
Yeah,
You know,
Roofing.
they think that you can just do what you want to do,
yeah,
and just as long as you show up. Now, don't get me wrong, buddy. If you show up, we're gonna take care of you.
Yeah.
you're gonna work.
yeah.
But if you show up out of there, man, you got to go home for the day.
Yeah.
And that's another thing that I did with giving second chances to some people. You sometimes have to send people home, or and you don't want to because they're like, man, I could work. I could work.
Yeah.
A struggle with finding help right now is like the younger generation.
There you go.
Okay,
We're going there.
this is them. The older guys, they're down to work all day. They will work 8 to 8.
Yeah.
But they might be out of there. The younger guys don't get up till 9.
Yeah.
Only want to work till 12. And if they have to run a shovel, their back hurts.
Yeah. I had this one guy one time. And
I mean, no disrespect to him, but
It's truth,
video
though. It's
games
true.
have made them soft.
Yeah,
man.
it's facts, though. It's facts.
I had this one guy one time, and he showed up. It was fencing when I was doing fencing.
Right.
And he shows up, bro, and we barely started working. It was like 8:30 or 9. He's like, hey, what time is lunch? Like, right away before anything. I was like, this dude, man. So we worked, took our lunch, whatever. He didn't come back the next day. I knew it, too.
I love it. I had one who said, I'll meet you there. I live down the street from the address. So I say, come on. He rides his bike down. Everything's fine. I'm like, all right, come on, guy. We start digging. In about 2 hours, he says, hey, boss, I need a breather. I'm like, all right. He walks around the house, and I never seen him again.
He was out, bro.
He left his bike.
No
He
way.
walked
Bike.
home, man.
So you made money on that, bro.
Man.
You got you a bike.
No, we left it there. I was like,
It was that bad.
I was
He left
like,
the bike.
I actually taped his money for his hourly to his tire.
Yeah. Wow, bro, that's funny. So we talk a lot about work. You do
Right.
you stay busy, committed to your job and stuff. But what does Kaleb do for fun? What do you like to do for fun? Any hobbies?
Man, it's gonna sound weird, but I like to garden.
Okay.
I believe in I like to teach my daughters about living off the land. If I'm not doing that, then probably more just being with the family, man.
Yeah.
Being with family. Cornholes pretty good. Washers.
Cornhole, yep.
Horseshoes. From West Texas, and you don't play none of those. I don't trust you.
Whoa.
I've played those. I'm just not any good at it.
Yeah, I hear you. Dominoes is something.
Yeah. And then you stay pretty involved with your little ones, right? I saw y'all were painting y'all's rooms and stuff like that. They're learning.
Yeah,
learning.
I teach them. I'm trying to teach them that they won't need a man in case I'm too old.
Yeah.
Yeah. You always got to teach your babies, man. That's the rule. That's the way that I feel about with little girls. You always got to teach your babies.
That's good. That's good. Let me ask you though, when that conversation comes, whenever they have a little boyfriend, how's that gonna go?
Well, I'm gonna shake his hand. I mean, that's I have to stand up for this one. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I'll definitely shake his hand. I'm real respectful. We'll check him out.
I tell my
but I'm
little
not
one.
gonna teach them to date just anybody.
Yeah.
They're gonna watch what Dad does. So
that's important.
That's why I make them a part of Fence Plus. I let them know, hey, you gonna come staying with me? And there's my daughter will play with the chain link, and I got videos of her on the phone where she'll be rolling it out, man. You know what I mean? Trying to help
awesome,
me.
man.
Yeah,
That's
teach her.
pretty awesome, bro.
Yeah.
What's one of your biggest projects that you've done? Because I know you do a lot of like commercial, residential, but you do some big jobs sometimes.
The biggest commercial I've probably done is for Mr. Rusty at Custom RV. Out towards Amarillo, we done 1,500 linear feet of 6-foot chain link, 3-strand barbed wire, with one repaired 16-foot roll gate and a 14-foot double gate.
Dude, that's nice.
Yeah, and then I also done Amarillo broadband.
Okay.
I done theirs, which is around 1,500. We had done a 10-foot.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get some good
Yeah,
jobs.
the one where all their trucks parking right there, right by Accent Embroidery. And I actually ended up building one for Accent Embroidery. For them, we did 700 foot of wood.
Wow.
And stained it with the 16-foot roll gate. So yeah,
That's crazy.
the community's really supported me, man.
Yeah.
That's good. Well, they trust you. What you're doing, they trust what you do. You take care of them. You follow through with your word, right? That's a big thing in business, and especially when you're starting it. You build that trust. It's about building relationships. And you even said earlier, just about being from here. I always say this is not a transactional city. I mean, it's not. It's relationship based.
Word of mouth.
Yeah, word of mouth, man. They refer you. They're going to take care of you. You take care of them.
Man.
Yeah. So that's awesome. It just says people trust you. You're growing. Your daughters are seeing what you're doing. You're setting that example. I had to ask, how's that conversation going to go? Because,
I think
once
it
I
goes
start
certain ways for all dads,
Yeah, well, especially with you both of y'all being girl dads, right?
Yeah, he's got two and I got two,
Yeah.
And I've known Pedro and his daughters are beautiful just like mine. So
that's awesome.
I know he's gonna own a shotgun and so am I.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. No, I tell my little one. She even says yes now. I was like, hey, you can't have a boyfriend until you're 30, okay? She's like, okay.
Yeah.
But she don't know, obviously. But she's not getting a boyfriend.
She's not getting a boyfriend. Oh, that's
30
hilarious.
years old, better.
So you said you like to, show your daughters on your free time, like gardening and just kind of living on the land and hanging out with your family. Let's talk about your family some more. What does their support mean through all of this? Man,
really, that my mother and my grandmother have really helped me. My mom, she's kept me in the game pretty much. She's kept me to where I haven't thrown in the towel. She's always had my back like, hey man, look, you're so close. You're so close. You're so close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then sure enough, we was at the top.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I want to go back to that. How did that
and
feel?
Mama's always right?
How did that feel going back to, you got that first place basically,
platinum.
And I'm sure the old company that didn't give you that second
They
chance.
weren't listed.
Damn.
We can't give no names. We wasn't even on the A list. You know what I mean?
We love it. We love it.
That's fun. How did that feel though? I mean, I'm sure you're like,
I was like, hey,
go at them on Facebook so they see.
all the blood, sweat, tears, hours. Man, I went through a divorce.
Yeah.
Like everything, brother.
Yeah.
I mean, things that had just hit me.
Yeah.
Just life. It
So
hit me in several ways. And I still held on to the company, still kept pushing, picked up a second job, still kept pushing, still kept fencing.
Yeah.
And we did it.
That's good, bro. That's good. So you're single now, I'm guessing.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Any ladies out there? Prospects?
No ladies, no prospects,
Nothing?
no roster.
Straight business.
No. But we're just sticking to the only ladies I got a little too right now. We're trying to go watch the Cowboys play in December. You know.
There you go. There you go.
Ladies, at the first of the year, we can talk to you.
God, I don't know, but you said you like the Cowboys, so
Yep.
You think they're gonna go to the playoffs this year?
I think they'll get the wild card.
Think so?
Yeah, if we can stay healthy. We got a lot of injuries right now.
What about you, Derek?
Man, don't even make me talk. I love my Cowboys, man. Don't get me started.
It's a rebuild year.
He's
We got Rico Doodle as a running back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Old, yeah.
Cannot run for nothing.
I thought he was Dak, or what's his name?
He's not even
Elliott.
touching.
We got Ezekiel Elliott. We
Yeah.
got Rico Dowdle. We got Dalvin Cook. We got all sorts of running backs. But I don't know, man. There's just so much talent that comes to that team that I feel is wasted. That's just how I feel,
Poor
man.
coaching.
Yeah.
I think it's the coach,
I think it's the owner.
the owner.
It's Jerry Jones.
Have you seen those memes to where they're like, I hope he's in the DD tapes or whatever?
It's poor coaching, man.
That's crazy.
I feel it's just poor coaching all
Yeah.
around.
Did you play sports back in the day?
Yeah.
Besides football, what else did you do?
Track, powerlifting.
Powerlifting.
Yeah.
Nice, bro. Athlete.
Yeah.
What position did you play in football?
Wide receiver. Outside linebacker. Yeah.
Yeah, you're tall, bro. How tall are you?
6'1".
Damn. I wish I was tall.
Dang.
I was the
It
little.
don't pay to be tall.
I was the
It really
little.
don't.
I was the little
You
linebacker.
can't ever find pants that won't high water on you.
Really?
Yeah.
How tall are you?
I can't shop at Ross,
6
you know.
foot.
6 foot. Damn,
Yeah.
y'all are tall.
I try to go get a good pair from Ross for cheap, right?
Yeah.
And man, boy, them things are
You have to have patience to
so
shop
short
somewhere
on
like
me.
that.
Man,
Yeah.
not only that, you have to catch them at the sale.
Yeah.
And right now, I'm not gonna lie. I went in there the other day and was actually able to find stuff because
Yeah.
I feel this money's tight
Yeah.
everywhere.
It is,
Materials are going up,
dude. It's crazy.
and if the ports are closing, or
How do you
whatever,
feel about that? This port thing. What do you think is gonna happen? You think it's gonna affect as much, or
I think that with wood, we should just import from America. We have Idaho. We have lots of forests and stuff with trees falling over. Cut them down. Let's go. Cut them down. I mean,
you're about to get
just
some?
like with like people. Certain people don't like fracking,
Yeah,
but I mean everything. Okay, look at all the vapes and stuff that go around in the ozone.
yeah,
You're gonna tell us fracking's gonna hurt it more than something like that? I mean, there's a lot going on. Instead of worrying about old problems, let's find new solutions. You know what I mean?
yeah.
That's the best
true.
thing.
I
Don't
hope-
worry
I
about
just hope
old
we don't run
problems.
out of-
Find new solutions.
I just hope we don't run out of toilet paper like during COVID.
Dude, they said people were already buying it. My buddy,
No way.
Nick Barba, man, you need to get him on. He's a sales rep at Lowe's.
At Lowe's?
Good dude,
Yeah,
yeah.
Nick.
And he put on Facebook, come to Lowe's. I got like 10,000 rolls.
Yeah, I hope that doesn't
Pull around. I got y'all.
Yeah, he's got the Fabuloso and everything, man. He's just letting them know.
Nick. What's his name? Nick.
Nick Barba.
I won't be. Hey, Caleb said I could get some toilet paper.
Yeah.
You're serving it for me.
We're selling it, making commission off the toilet paper, bro.
That's
Imagine.
funny.
Man.
Yeah, it's just crazy with all the
Wood's
changes.
jumped, and I mean,
Yeah.
when I first started, wood was like $2.79, and now it's like $7.58. A 2x4x16.
A 2x4, yeah.
How
How much is
two
it?
by 4x8? I mean, a 16-footer is around $17.
Dude, yeah, I remember it was like $8.
Dude, to do 100-foot of fence, not using cedar but taking pre-stain, runs around $3,000 with us.
It's
And we're
crazy.
one of the cheaper companies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You have some great pricing.
Yeah,
You really do.
we
And
do.
he does really good work.
We have
Yeah.
affordable rates, man.
That's good.
You know, I just try to help people.
Yeah.
Not here to get rich off one job, you know. I'd rather make certain amounts of money off a lot of jobs.
And I'm going to ask you about that because I've mentioned that before. You know, whenever I with my business, right, with my videography business and stuff, when I started off, people are like, you need to be charging a lot more than I said. Look, I want to be affordable because I feel like if you're affordable and you provide quality content or quality work, right, it's affordable for people. You're giving them the quality. They're going to refer you.
Right.
Boom, boom, boom. You're affordable. You're still making money. Yeah, you could say, man, I could go out there and make a huge profit, but I'm only going to get booked maybe once or twice a month.
Right.
I was like, I'd rather have tons of clientele.
Stay busy.
That pipeline. So I want to talk about that though. When you started and you had that mindset and you just keep going with it, does that affect anything, or how has that been for you? I guess would be my question. Like, you're growing with this business and you're still staying affordable, right? Like, you're one of the most affordable companies out there, and the profit's still pretty good with you being able to.
If I always try to give my clients a set rate. Mm-hmm. Because I understand right now we're living in hard times.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, diapers. I help. There's a lot of single moms who will reach out to me, or like old, elderly, widowed women that live on disability.
Yeah.
And what I'll do is I'll just give them a set rate. And if we run into something that's out of control, I'll bring it up and I'll tell them, hey, this is what it'll cost if we have to go around this. We always try to find the best solution instead of the cheapest when it comes to something like that.
Yeah.
I'll save money on materials all day. I'll if I had to, I'll give an old lady my Lowe's 8% discount. You know what I mean? For being a member. If people didn't know, you could just be a My Pro at Lowe's.
8%?
They give you 8%.
All right.
Yeah.
That's all Amarillo. So we saved the city on that one.
There you go.
That's funny.
Well, that's cool though. Just being able to work with people and still building your business, and like you said, you weren't worried about making all this money off of one job.
Right.
The vision was bigger. I want to help more people, and that's it.
And also, when I started, man, I would get a check where I would work in my other job. The amount I would make in 1 week was like 2 weeks or 3 weeks there. Yeah. So, I was like, oh, this is new to me,
Yeah.
We're taken care of,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just different.
Yeah.
I didn't understand when I first jumped into the business. I didn't understand a lot of the accounting or credit or things like that. I just wasn't educated on it.
Yeah.
So as my business has grown, I've also had to educate myself on stuff.
Yeah, absolutely, which is important. So you talked about with your business, as it was growing, you had to educate yourself, right? You said you didn't have a lot of education on certain things when you started it. Let's talk about that. How did that all go for you?
Well, I had zero education, period, on that stuff. I didn't know what a business account was. I really didn't know how credit worked, how credit card works, how APR rates worked, any of that.
Yeah.
Shout out to AI on that, and Google, because it'll teach you a lot.
Shout out AI.
Yeah, and it'll read it to you. YouTube. Yeah. YouTube's a dad I never had. Yeah. That teach you tie and how to shave.
Yeah.
But
it teaches you everything, man.
Yeah, man. No, just had to learn how to market. Accounting, taxes, things like that, payroll, paying people out, make them do 1099, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. Just learning as you go. Sometimes that's the best thing to do. I mean, and that's the beauty of it, man. We're never gonna have all the answers or know everything. So I think that's what keeps us going. That's what keeps us human. You always can learn something, right? Especially as a business owner.
Yeah. And we always say knowledge is power. So the more you know, the better. You know what I'm saying? So there's always something you could be learning or doing, and never settle.
I agree with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And did you have anything else? You're good, man. So whenever we do these episodes, number one, first off, I just want to say thanks again, man, for taking the time to come on here. It's been inspiring.
Thank you guys for having me.
Of course, man.
Both you guys.
It's been inspiring. It's been inspiring to hear your story. Just like even that first 2 minutes of when you started talking, I was like, man, I was excited to get into this, and I'm excited to see where your business goes, right? From here to the next 5 to the 10 years. All of those things you're talking about, I know it's going to be awesome. I know it's going to happen. You have the right heart, the right mindset. And so my favorite thing to ask is, what it's like to sometimes need a second chance, right? You know what it's like to go through the ups and downs. If somebody comes up to you, they want to start a business, right? And sometimes it's hard to feel like if we're worthy of actually being successful. And I know I've struggled with it. A lot of people struggle with that. Someone comes up to you, they say, I want to start a business. I want to do this, whether it's the same industry or whatever they want to do. What's that advice you'd give to them?
I give them a rule of 5. put God first. Dig your hardest through the trenches. Learn some marketing and accounting stuff. You know what I mean? Take credit. Follow up on that.
Absolutely.
Payroll, all that. Treat your clients fair, but don't let them screw you over.
Yeah.
And always take care of your guys.
Yeah.
Because they're going to take care of you.
Yeah.
And that'd be it, man.
Some good advice.
Good. No, that is good advice.
Simple and
yeah, because I mean, to get into that and to know how to learn, you know, always educate yourself. Always take care of your guys, like you said. That's good. Take care of your customers. You take care of them, they're going to take care of you. That's just great advice. Well, Kaleb, we appreciate you again for coming on for episode 29, man.
On the brink of 30, man.
Yeah, man. We're
Brink of
almost there.
30.
So many episodes.
Yeah.
Again, man, we appreciate you guys tuning in to Hustlers Horizon podcast. More episodes are coming. Again, you can listen to these episodes on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all your favorite podcast platforms. You can also watch it on YouTube. Spread the news. We need more subscribers. We want you guys to come.
Learn some knowledge. Knowledge is power.
Yeah, man. We get so much people on here, a lot of insights of certain things. But again, Hustlers Horizon podcast, the podcast where we hustle up, we level up, we shift the mindset to build a better us and build a better business. As always, enjoy this episode, and we will see you next.
boom. Let's go.